You know, I'm not really even too sure what to say about this dude anymore, but this shit, what happened earlier was just crazy. Like, Alfie Crow, you're an idiot, bro. Like, really. Like, I can't believe you have the job you have. Oh, and if you're watching this, oh, you didn't think I was gonna say anything, did you? You didn't think I was gonna cam up for this, but I think it needs to be put out there, dude. You really are self-centered as hell and think that if people don't agree with you, then we're just idiots. And you've got to be the only writer of SB Nation that does this type of shit. You've got to be. Like, you come at, like, what started this whole thing, you come at UCF Jaguar saying that his videos are bad. And, correct me if I'm wrong, but UCF, he immediately, after a couple of his videos went out, he immediately got a deal with GenJag.com, a very credible Jags fan site, and his subs and stock on YouTube is rising probably faster than any Jags fan out there right now, even mine. And the guy knows, and like you can, and like I've seen every one of his videos. The guy clearly knows his shit. He does things from a journalistic standpoint, and he doesn't even get paid to do this. He does this because of his love and his passion for the team. And you're gonna get mad at him because he wanted Leonard Fournette or whatever you said his videos were bad for. Like, really? And I see it all the time. You retweet people's stuff and try to make them seem like idiots, like you tried to do with me, but it didn't work too well for you. Yeah, you had a couple little fanboys come to your defense, but I shut their asses down real quick too. And then, see, this is how this whole. For those of you that don't remember, think back to August, how this whole thing started with me and Alfie. How this whole little thing started. Why he don't like me. Back when the Jaguars cut Jonas Gray, I did the video about it saying that I was pissed that they kept Denard Robinson over him, which clearly Denard Robinson sucks. That's why he's not on the team anymore. But this dude tried to share my video and try to make me look stupid. Put a little title on there saying that I was a dumbass. Yeah, he got a couple of guys that like commented stupid stuff saying that I was a dumbass or fat piece of shit or whatever they said. Like, I don't even remember. But all you did for me, dude, was get my name out there more. Just like this Twitter beat, when I came and defended UCF Jaguar and went at it with you in a Twitter war that I clearly dominated you in. All you did was give me more exposure. I got like 20 more followers just from being with your ass. Like, and let's run through what all you said, just to bring this to light. Because obviously you think because you think you smart as shit and you work for SB Nation that I'm supposed to back down from you. Like, bruh, I love this team, and I'll put my opinion out on anything. I do it all the fucking time. And if I made videos about Charles Davis, Jamie Dukes, I don't think I made a video about Shannon Sharp, but whatever. But anyway, Jamie Dukes, Trent Dilfer, Bart Scott, Charles Davis. What makes you think I'm gonna back down from you? You ain't even near that special. But anyway, like, this dude really said that, kept bashing Leonard Fournette for weeks, saying how horrible of a fit he was when clearly the Jaguars didn't seem otherwise, and then put a bunch of articles up about rumors of the Jaguars drafting Deshaun Watson. But if Leonard Fournette was such a bad fit for us, how was Deshaun Watson not a bad fit for us? Because as much as you bash Blake Bortles, there's a lot of comparisons between Deshaun Watson and Blake Bortles. His interceptions are high. His decision making's not that good. So you're essentially drafting a similar guy. So if you don't like Blake Bortles so much, how is that not a bad fit for us either? More so than Leonard Fournette. And we've already covered, or I've already covered, that part of the reason why Jacksonville was so great back in 2007 was because of their dynamic running game. And that's what Leonard Fournette gives us. And then you tried to say, oh, well, I really wanted Jonathan Allen or Solomon Thomas. Okay, first of all, Solomon Thomas was gone before we even picked. And then Jonathan Allen, there's a reason why he slid. He was he was ranked as the third best defensive end in this draft, and then clearly the rest of the NFL thought he wasn't a top 10 pick. He slid all the way to the fucking Redskins. And think about what Dallas did last year, and why Leonard Fournette makes sense. When you see a once-in-a-generation type, well, not once in a generation, but once every 10-year type talent at running back, and that's exactly what Leonard Fournette is, and that's exactly what Ezekiel Elliott was. Everybody thought Jerry Jones was stupid because he had Alfred Morris, he had Darren McFadden in the Cowboys O-line, and both of them possibly could have gotten 1,000 yards behind that O-line. But he saw a great, young, talented back who stood out, and he made the bold decision to take that player. Look at our team from last year. What was worse, the pass rush or our running game? Clearly it was the running game. Yannick Ngakoue broke the rookie sack record for the Jaguars and got eight sacks. Malik Jackson also had 4 sacks. Dante Fowler had 4 sacks, even though he should have gotten more. There were plenty of guys who got a pass rush, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great by any means. But it was still substantial enough, and it still led the defense to having the 6th ranked overall defense in the entire league. And let's look at our running game and our offensive line issues. TJ Yeldon and Chris Ivory combined, mind you, for just over 900 yards and 4 total touchdowns. 4. And that's not even counting Blake Bortles and what he did rushing. And then you went and said the main problems of this team were Blake Bortles and our pass rush. Well, we already talked about the pass rush. Let's go over Blake Bortles a minute, shall we? And you claim that our offensive line wasn't an issue? Blake Bortles in the 3 years he's been with us has been sacked 140 times. Granted, his sack totals went down last year, but still, he was sacked in 3 years 140 times. That is ridiculous. And then, like I said, Chris Ivory, TJ Yeldon combined just over 904 touchdowns. That's not one single person. That is 2 people who couldn't do what Ezekiel Elliott did by himself. That's double what Zeke basically did, double that, and blew their fucking touchdowns out of the water. And you don't think that taking Leonard Fournette at 4 was the best option? You wanted to draft a situational pass rusher who probably wasn't going to be on the field every down? And let's say Jonathan Allen or Solomon Thomas would have got 10 sacks, and our offense still struggles and we still can't run the ball. At the end of the day, what did we really solve? Nothing. Or take a chance on somebody in the later rounds being good. Why take a chance on someone in later rounds being good when we had a guy fall to a lap who was a can't-miss prospect? Somebody with that type of talent of Leonard Fournette, you take it. That's why Tom Coughlin did it. Tom Coughlin's not an idiot. Tom Coughlin got us to an AFC Championship game and won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. Yeah, I'm trusting that guy over your judgment. And saying that Blake Bortles was the main problem of the team, we've already been over this, dude. Quietly, Blake Bortles had a decent year. Did he play great? No, he didn't. Not at all. But he did throw for almost 4,000 yards, over 20 touchdowns, and quietly, even though it wasn't good, his career low in interceptions. He had a 78.8 quarterback rating. Clearly not good, but also it wasn't as big of a problem as our running game was. We couldn't run the ball to save our lives. And here you have a talent like Leonard Fournette fall to your lap and like, oh, we need a defensive end because the main problems of this team were Blake Bortles in our pass rush. What quarterback in this draft would have been so much better than Blake Bortles? Pat Mahomes, Mitchell Trubisky, Deshaun Watson? Are you serious? There wasn't that type of quarterback in this draft. And the other thing, you said the main problems, or the only problems, were the reason why we went 3-13 was Blake Bortles and the pass rush. So our shitty O-line had nothing to do with it. Gus Bradley, the worst statistical coach in NFL history, had nothing to do with it. And our running game had nothing to do with it. It's all the pass rush and Blake Bortles' fault. How did you get your job, dude? Like, really, how did you get your job? There's no way that the only problems with this team were Blake Bortles and the pass rush. The pass rush, to me, wasn't even that big of an issue. We got guys who got sacks, and clearly they did something right because they were the 6th-ranked defense in the league. The only knock I really had on the defense was we didn't get near enough turnovers like we should until towards the end of the year, especially when Jalen Ramsey balled out. So with an improved secondary and also signing Calais Campbell and then drafting Dwayne Smoot in the 3rd round, even though I didn't necessarily agree with that player, but the pass rushing issue was addressed. Our running game up until the 1st round of the draft wasn't. And we still should have got some more offensive linemen. I still would have said get a guard, but I guess they have faith in Patrick Amahe, so I really can't speak on that till we see for the season. But watch. When Leonard Fournette gets over 1,000 yards and he makes our running game and this team relevant again, I guarantee you're going to put out articles saying, "Oh, it was such a great idea to draft Leonard Fournette. He really was the best pick we could have made." When clearly you bashed this guy for weeks and said he wasn't a good fit for us. But he'll be a good fit for us when he starts having 1,000+ yard season every year. He'll be a good fit for us when we actually start winning and take pressure off of Blake Bortles. That's what Tom Coughlin's trying to do, dumbass. Bortles had no running game. He didn't have that great of an offensive line. We made these adjustments for him to have that. So, since we spent the 3rd overall pick on Blake Bortles, we want to give him every possible chance to succeed since this is his contract year, and we decide whether to keep him or not. And that way, if Bortles isn't the answer, and we can draft a quarterback next year, that way all the pieces, the running game, the receivers, and the O-line and the improved O-line are all going to be in place for him. That is what you are failing to realize. That is why any Jaguars fan can see that. That's why I say, this is a job to you. I don't get paid for this shit, other than the little bit I make on YouTube, which really isn't that much. This isn't a job to me. I do this shit because I love this team. And I want what's best for it. And clearly, what was best for us was what Tom Coughlin did on Thursday. So, but anyway, please go ahead and share my video. Get me some more exposure, dude, because that's ultimately what ends up happening. You call yourself trying to bash me and make fun of me, making me seem like I don't know what I'm talking about, when clearly I destroyed your ass on Twitter. And you can't say I'm not right about what I said. You can't say I'm not right about Gus Bradley when also you bashed him for a long time. And don't even try to act like you didn't. You can't say I'm not right about what I'm talking about, Alfie. It's right there, plain as day, dude. So, go ahead, put my thing on Big Cat Country. Make some stupid ass title to try to make me seem like an idiot and like I don't know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, this is a job for you, dude. But to me, I love this team. It's part of me. So, do what you got to do. I can come at you all day. I can do this all week. Matter of fact, I can do this all year. Because I want to know where you're going to be at when Leonard Fournette's successful for us. So, you do what you got to do, Alfie. Let the beef continue.